And our Legislative Bureau Chief, Keith Baldrey, has been keeping a very close eye on this race and tonight's results. He spoke with Christy just moments after she was elected MLA in Vancouver Point Grey.
Okay, I'm joined now by victorious Premier Christy. First of all, congratulations on the victory.
Thank you very much.
Now, that's got to be a little close for comfort.
Well, it was as close as we expected to be. If it was too close for comfort, it was something we knew from the very, very beginning. Government hasn't won a by-election in 30 years in British Columbia. A premier hasn't been elected like this in 80 years.
So, apart from percentages, fewer people voted for you than voted for Gordon Campbell in 2009. I know by-elections have lower turnouts, but does that send a message to you at all?
Well, what it tells me is that it's a by-election, and you always have a lower turnout in a by-election, and especially when you've got a by-election right on the heels of a federal election. I think, you look at the percentages, we're about where we were last time in terms of the percentage of vote in the 2009 election. There are two messages, though, out of this. The first one is that even though we hold our vote, the other guys are doing better. So we really have to make sure that our coalition stays together. That's part of it. And that the fact that people need to actually get out and vote, even if it's a by-election.
Now, the Green vote also collapsed in this race. Presumably, most of it went to the NDP. Are you worried if that were translated around the province, that would put your party in serious peril if the Greens suddenly disappeared?
I don't think that the Green vote did all go to the NDP. I think a lot of it came to me. People know that I've been leading on the Green agenda just as my predecessor was. They know that the NDP have flip-flopped on all of those issues, that they fought us on those issues in the 2009 election. So I think the Green vote goes between both parties. I don't think it's a given that it ends up on the NDP count.
Now, finally, NDP leader Adrian Dix told me tonight that they're probably not going to challenge this on a recount, that the margin is wide enough to avoid a recount, which means you're probably going to get in the legislature June, 2nd, 3rd? You're going to be there for a couple of days. Is that relieved at some point tonight that suddenly you got beyond the margin of recount, that you can be able to take your seat now?
Well, sure. I mean, I want to get into the legislature as soon as I can. I think, I think it must be disappointing for the NDP to lose a by-election. The opposition hasn't lost a by-election in 3 decades in this province. I'm sure that's disappointing for them. But I'm really looking forward to getting back into the legislature. I'm looking forward to taking part in question period and taking part in the debates around the legislation. We have a lot of things left that we want to do. I have a lot of promises left to keep. I think I've made a good start on them, but we have a lot more to make, so a lot more to keep, and I'm going to want to be in the legislature for that.
All right, well, thank you very much. Again, Jill, this is the new member for Vancouver Point Grey, Premier Christy Clark. Back to you.